to be playing Do Not Take This Cat Home. I have no idea what happens. I just know that we probably should not take this cat home. La 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 la. La 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 la. He's so cute though. Let's hear about. Okay. Oh, it's like there's like a literally an about. Okay. You find a cat on your day off. From there, you decide what happens next. Or do you? Content trigger warnings. Ooh. Can I copy paste these? Oh my god. Okay. All right. Should we take the cat home? We're about to find out. I'm scared. Let's start it. You're not having a great day as usual. Great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? You turn your head. You turn to head home when I hear a little honey. Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingly alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. This is how you get mugged. Don't do this, y'all. The ground, dampened by the rain, makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Oh, chocolate honey. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. Oh, chocolate honey. Oh my god. Oh, ooh, they like the cheeks scratched. Maybe he won't haunt me if I give him a little love. Boop. It's a cat. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Oh, chocolate baby. I would take it home. So cute. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before, but if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. Actually, when I saw my cat for the very first time, I only needed to see it. I heard the meows. He was stuck in an engine of a car, but I heard the meows, and I just needed to see it for like zero point 0.5 seconds before I decided to um, grab it and take it to my apartment. Who runs the world? Cats. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days, anyways? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. All right. Do we take the cat home or we do not? I'm going to take the cat home. Okay? I know the game says otherwise. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Meow. You're all alone, and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. He's purring. You think a little while will probably be more than like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Meow. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. One bedroom, one bathroom, one you live alone in. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it's just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch it for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food. This is like really cute and nice. Like, at what point does it become like freaking toxic? And completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs his body against your leg with a purr. Oh, I love it when they do that. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter. Oh my god, it's gonna drink our blood. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Hee hee, don't worry, I'm alright. It was just a. You watch as the cat starts to. Ew, lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. He's a creepo. At your blood. You're so shocked by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat's back staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely something, not something an ordinary cat would do. Yeah, my cat has never tried to lick my blood, ever. What the? Right? Meow. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's raining outside, so not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyways, right? What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering your finger cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're watching TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. But he sounds so cute though. Okay, never mind. He's getting rough. Call the cops. Call the cops. Ugh, come on. Enough already. You shove it away a little forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left, other than tossing the cat out in the rain. Mm-mm-mm. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up. Okay. Hello. The lights just went out. Great. Just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. Just check your cell phone. You check your cell phone only to find out that it's out of batteries. Charge your phone. Charge your phone, y'all. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside, and the sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. The cat sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. Doesn't that say kill? Or is this help? And going completely haywire, the cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking, it's not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large. Oh gosh. The flashlight flickers. We're gonna get eaten, yo! I can't. I'm too young. I'm too young to die. Oh, and the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of your blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored, but no answer comes to mind. El diablo, el diablo! You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how to know. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had blah 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 blah. I'm so nervous, y'all. If I get jump scared, I will fart. I'm sorry. I'm scared. Okay, but you can sense it as clearly as it had whispered. Let's play. Right into your ear, right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement. Of action, okay. But you're still weak from the fear's grip of on your mind. By the way, y'all, I just realized I am a person. Unfortunately, I'm one of those annoying people. I'm sorry, not annoying, but I am one of those unfortunate people that freeze when things like this happen. Like I literally would just freeze. And I found this out, unfortunately. Um so yeah, my ass would just be standing there. I know most people would be like, "Oh, hell no," and just like leave the house. Unfortunately, not me. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste and you fall to the ground. Okay, I wouldn't fall. Oh no, am I bleeding? A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down your length, drowns the length, down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. You hear the sound of a metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Did we just get stabbed? Ho, did you just stab me, ho? Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicably open door screech to a halt. As your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at, it's your kitchen knife and still tinted red from your earlier blunder. But that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked by the cat? You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. When you spy something in the dark just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. Oh, I missed that. Oh, wait, can I go back? What happens if I click this? Okay. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over the knife as if skipping in delight. Aw, but he's so cute. It bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Shit, if you wanted blood, you should have just told me. Shit. Ah, your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in. Licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. Uh-oh. But you're already on your feet and out the door. Okay, thank God. Whew. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everywhere else in white. The houses, the trees, the roads, even you. Aliens? Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because it's that if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Fudge. What if it's like a policeman behind me or something? Listen, if we keep running, we're gonna run into the cat. So wouldn't it make sense to look behind? All right, everybody. Hold on to something. I'm gonna hold on to my poop. All right. Let's do it. What? Huh. Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0, it begins. What? What was it? What was the interesting thing? Oh, I hate games like this. What was it? What was it? Oh, are these? There's 40 fucking endings? I'm sorry? There's 40 endings. Did I just like make all the wrong choices then? Wait. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Back. Why is it like why it changed? It changed. You're walking, right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go and what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach in between tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Meow. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. It's a cat. Huh. I guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like a gold among the sea of its black fur. So you look so familiar. Are we in like a freaking simulation now? Instead of saying so cute, he said, "You look so familiar." Right? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other strays have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. It's a time paradox. All right, we're taking him home. Oh, he's sad. Well, why not? Right? Aw. You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. Purr. Hee hee. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of there, yeah? Purr. On the way home, you briefly consider getting the cat food. But that would be a waste of time. Huh? You sure got the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and you live alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it's just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore the new environment. But it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. I want to do something with cat. Like what? Um, It's not every day you have access to a fluffy, cute animal. What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. Aw, the cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing into your lap. Poor thing, you just want some attention, don't you? Aw. You carefully pet the cat and rub behind an ear. And don't forget the cheeks. You carefully pet the cat and rub behind an ear, a scratch under the chin, a smooth sweep along the back. Good. You keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying the bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. Let's do something else. Let's feed the cat. The cat looks hungry, so you decide to feed it. You're regretting not stopping for food earlier as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow, after all. You head to the kitchen and click your tongue, ensuring the cat follows after you. It leaps nimbly onto the kitchen counter and watches as you search for meal options. Let's see. You find something you expect. A can of tuna in the pantry, some leftover meatloaf in the fridge, and... oh my god, what is that? What is that? And... huh? What's that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. A foul odor is leaking from the container. Whatever's inside can't be safe for human consumption. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. But the cat seems excited about it, practically salivating over it. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's best to feed a hungry cat. So you'll feed it. Mystery meat? I mean, we want to keep it happy, right? All right, I'm gonna feed it the mystery food. Because why not? Is this really a good idea? Oh god. Ugh, fine. I guess if this is what you want, you open the container and... ugh! You barely manage to keep from throwing up, but just barely. The stench is overwhelming. Ugh. Yeah, give me a minute. You hazard a look at the content of the container, but... is it like fingers? You honestly can't understand what you're supposed to be looking at. Everything is just mashed together. What exactly everything consists of is a mystery. You're more than happy to keep it unsolved. Different shapes, different sizes, different textures. Not the color, though. All of it is the same color. The most unfortunate looking shade of gray you've ever seen, tinted with a nauseating wet green film over the top. Ugh. Am I supposed to warm it up, or you don't really know how to serve it? Any utensil or plate that touches it is getting thrown out immediately. No exceptions. Your hands are going to be scrubbed with soap and hot water to within an inch of their lives after this. You decide against putting this crap in your microwave. You doubt it would taste or smell any better warm. Not wanting to hold it anymore, you shake your head and practically toss the container next to the cat on the counter. The cat enthusiastically dives for the toxic looking sludge, sniffing it as if savoring the scent. You turn to the fridge and close it. You've lost your appetite. You're about to head to the bathroom to wash your hands for the next hour or so when... when what? Ugh! Oh! What happened? Ow! A sharp pain on your foot causes you to stumble. You catch yourself in the kitchen sink and look down to see that the tip of your sock is... red. What? And the red is slowly spreading to the rest of your sock. Are you bleeding? You quickly reach down and pull your sock to see the damage. Oh, my finger. I mean, my toe is like literally missing. What the heck? Your middle toe is gone. It's just gone. Just a stump is left in its place. Steadily leaking blood onto the floor. Ah, you clumsily step back as if it would help you get away from what you were seeing. The blood trails simply follows your movements. 911. You have to call 911. Phone, where's the... Did we just lose another one? Cough, cough, cough. Gurgle. Oh my god, are we dying? Your tongue is... Guys, every bite the cat takes, on the food equals us losing a limb? What happened? What's happening to me? You slowly look over the cat, still eating. You completely unbothered by your suffering. Not bothering to try and stop the blood from dribbling out of your mouth. You keep watching in daze as the cat happily chews at a gross piece of... Wait, that's... You look more closely at the mystery food in the cat's jaws. It looks vaguely familiar. It looks like a tongue? Ah, munch, munch. Before you can even think to do anything to stop it, the cat dives into the container again and bites into a piece that looks like a... Ah! You collapse to the floor, clutching your torso. You writhe around on the floor, streaked tiles, crying. Something inside you just... Ah! Blood pours out from deep within you. Whatever that was felt important. And now it's probably gone too. It hurts. It hurts so much. Stop! Please! You weakly try to reach up to the cat on the counter above you. Your vision blurs from the effort, from the pain, from your tears, from... Ah! Your eyes. It ate my eyes. No, you fall limply back onto the floor. You're leaking blood all over. From all over. Your foot, your mouth, your insides, your eye sockets. He's getting eaten alive. Oh my god. You can feel your life fading away too. That's fine. It means not feeling the pain of losing another part of you. Then, hopefully the cat will take its time eating your eyeballs and give you time to just, I guess, die. Okay. The cat just ate the insides of our body. I guess that's what we get. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out. And you're actually glad you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You attentively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curious to get your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance. Sunlight is gleaming. You timidly enter the alleyway. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. And it's a cat. Huh. I guess it should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Meow. So, you look so familiar, right? Should we try to not take the cat home once? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This was a cutie though. Just look. All right, I am not gonna take the cat home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. With the rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? Let's leave the cat. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hope up of having someone to look after if you're not willing to commit? What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home? Wait, what was that? You never get away from it then. It's so fast. Sorry. See you around, I guess. You stand up and the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out of the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. Aww. Yeah, we're getting out of here. Ignore. Nope. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you've forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do for your day off. Let's go to the dog park. Lol. Let's go to the carnival. You spend the day at the carnival. Ferris wheel, roller coaster, ferro boat. Rides you've been on before. Hoops, coin toss, balloon darts. Games you've played before. Funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy. Food you've eaten before. All things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people all having fun together. Laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you. The sun hadn't started to set yet, still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should just go home for the day. When you stop in your tracks, you see something new. An attraction you've never seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors? It sounds kind of lame, honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? I'm gonna enter the maze. It's a trap! Oh, well, we just fell for it. A few rooms in, and you notice that the mirrors aren't all weird. Some just show you looking back at yourself. A little bored, a lot tired, and so very, very... Maybe this was a mistake. Why did you think going into a maze of mirrors was a good idea, even if it was something new to experience? I can't do this today. You turn around to head back the way you came, only to bump into a mirror. Ow, what the? Where's the exit? You try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you're all turned around, you realize that the way you came in is completely gone. Uh-oh. Okay, don't panic. I just have to keep going forward, right? You step through the only opening you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. You bend down and pick it up. What? What is this doing here? In your hand rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curious, you flick it on. Huh. The light doesn't look very... Uh-oh. Ruh-roh! Please don't let it be a clown. Please don't let it be... What was arachnophobia again? Please, guys. Crap! The lights! Did the power go out, or did the attraction operator forget you were in here? How long have you been in here, actually? You pull out your phone to check the time or maybe call the police. Your phone is dead. Of course. You grip the flashlight in your hand. The light it emitted earlier was dim enough for you to know that there's probably not much juice left. Best to reserve it for worst case scenario and feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. You take a calming breath. Well, forward we go. Hello, daring adventurer. Who said that? Welcome to the Mirror Maze. Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? Nom 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 nom. Yes, I need help. This guy has no luck. No, for real. Is it one of those games that no matter what happens, we're just gonna die today? We should have just gone to work, y'all. Not a clown, a cat. Once again, welcome to the Mirror Maze. You're in a bit of a jam, but don't worry, you're in good hands. Or rather, good paws. See these little cuties here? They'll be doing their best to guide you through the maze. Aren't they generous? When you enter a room, the emergency light will flash, letting you see the paths before you for a second. Also, what lies beyond them. Whenever you see these kind kitties, just go where they are and you'll reach the next room. Unfortunately, they're not the only things in here. It is highly suggested that you refrain from following any of our other guests. They can be sneaky or distracting, but they're always hostile. So please take caution when advancing to the next room. Of course, this wouldn't be much of a mirror maze without mirrors. Can they hurt you? No, they're just mirrors, silly. They don't do anything at all. And you can't do anything to them either. They're just an obstacle you can pass through. Go left, go center, or go right. The choice is yours. Though, if you find a room with no helpful kitties in sight, and all the paths lead to a mirror or something else, it is recommended that you stay put. And just maybe, it will work itself out. Okay, stay put, stay put. Now for your navigation tools. That flashlight you found doesn't have much juice left. It'll only let you get a quick extra peek at your surroundings about 5 times. So try not to use it up all at once. You can keep track of your progress through the rooms up to the left and your lives to the right. You've got 3 lives, so be careful to avoid the... Wait, what about 9 lives? So be careful to avoid the less friendly guests lurking around. Why only 3 lives, you ask? Because you're soft and squishy. It wouldn't take much to damage you beyond repair. And besides, you're human. And human usually only have 1 life, yes? And yet here you get 3. Don't you think you ought to show a little more gratitude? How did he know? Hello? Wait. How did he know that I talked about the law? Okay. It's just probably a coincidence. Coincidence. And that's the end of your tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. Okay, I'm ready to play. Okay, everybody open your eyes because I only have 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. Which one was it? Right. Okay, next room. Ready? Right. Right again. Next room. Left. Next room. They were all bad. I'm gonna stay. This room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed. Oh my god, left. Okay, next room. Left. Center? Center. Clang. A mirror. I can't go this way. Oh, crap. Stay. Wait. I think something just changed. Center. Okay, next room. Wait. Next room? Right. Wait, it didn't show me. Okay, next room. Right. Next room? Right. Nice. I'm getting a bunch of rights. Next room? Center? Center? Stay? Left? Center? Right? Center? Left? Center? This is easy. Center? Left? Left? Stay? Hello? You see it, the exit. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts. Are we gonna get stabbed again? Just slightly at first. But you're running too fast and stop yourself from colliding into the glass. Except you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. Are we in heaven? You simply pass through it. And on the other side, you see an endless white void and... Huh? Yourself? Dozens of you. Hundreds of you wandering around. Aimless. Faceless. And empty. So empty and listless, they don't even acknowledge your presence. You try to turn back, but the glass doesn't give. Past the glass, a familiar black cat walks up and looks at you. You think it meows at you, but you can't make out the sound. It tilts its head and then walks away. The glass goes dark. And then you watch helplessly as it disappears completely. We're always just gonna die, aren't we? You're trapped with only yourself as company. And the 19, you beat the maze! You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad you did. It's a perfect day. Let's skip this part. Let's take it home. Okay. I'm gonna do something alone. Like what? I'm going to watch a movie. You're not tired enough for a nap, but you're too lazy to get started on any of your chores, so you decide to watch a movie. You get dressed in your favorite pajamas and make some popcorn with an obscene amount of butter and head over to your armchair. Only to discover that the cat is already napping in it. You frown a little in thought. Your couch isn't at the best angle for optimal TV viewing pleasure, and you don't feel like pushing it around and having to put it back later. The only options you have left are to sit on the floor or move the cat and reclaim your throne. I am going to reclaim my throne. You square your shoulders. Sorry, kitty, but that's my spot. You pick up the cat and place it on the floor. It's clearly upset with you. When you try to pet it as an apology, it dodges your hand and scampers away. You shrug and put on a random movie before nestling into your chair. It's some horror film that you love to heckle from beginning to end. Nothing but an endless string of pointless jump scares. Did the writers not know the meaning of the word subtle? Oh, what was that? Was that in the bedroom? Oh, was that in the bathroom? The cat must have gotten inside the medicine cabinet or knocked something over. Calming your thundering heart with a deep breath, you pause the movie and get up to investigate. Meow. Whoa, the cat dashes between your legs from the hall. Fleeing the scene only makes you look guiltier, you know? You're even more reluctant to see the damage now. You just want to relax and watch your bad horror movie. You go into the bathroom and turn on the light. Just as you thought, all the stuff in your medicine cabinet is scattered around on the tiles. You sigh. At least none of it looked broken or damaged. You crouch down to pick everything up. What? Did the door just close? Did you bump it when you crouched down or... Well, at least the cat can't come in and make more of a mess this way. The lights? Didn't you just replace the bulbs? They were faulty, weren't they? You never remember to hold onto your receipts for situations like these. You doubt you'll be able to get your money back. You stand up. You shake out the pain in your knees from crouching and open your medicine cabinet. Carefully, you place everything back where they belong, making sure nothing is missing. You close the Ah, wee. Ow. Ah! You jump back, slamming it against the wall, covering your mouth. You look up at the mirror on the medicine cabinet door to see nothing. Nothing? What the hell? Something was. You know you saw something just now. You know you did, right? No, you saw something. Oh, I'm gonna gaslight myself. You rush out of the bathroom and slam the door behind you without looking. You enter the hall and... No. Oh my god, no. You shield yourself with your arms and... Nothing. Nothing again. You pick through your fingers and see... Just your usual hallway. You... You don't feel very good. You need to sit down. You carefully make your way back to the dark living room, trying not to overwhelm your senses any more than you already have. Maybe you should watch something a little more lighthearted. Or just lie down instead? You don't know. It's a little hard to think. You just need to sit down. Stumbling forward, you reach your chair. But... Oh my gosh. Aww. Wait, so cute. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Just a cat sitting back in your chair again, looking up at you curiously. Meow. Mm. But it's enough. Your heart lurched so harshly out of mixture of fear and anticipation that it completely gives out. You roll your eyes up into your skull and you feel yourself falling back. You're dead before you even hit the ground. What? Oh, because he was making fun of the jump scares. And so, okay, I get it. He was making fun of the jump scares. And so, like, yeah, no. Um, like the subtle jump scares. And so then the game was like, I'll show you some real jump scares. Beesh. Oh man, this game is fun. All right. For real, one more ending. One more ending. I'm having too much fun. Okay. Skippity scoop scop, take the cat home. Skippity. Do something with the cat. Let's clean cat. Upon giving it a second look, you realize that the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising, since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box in an alley full of scattered garbage for who knows how long. You've heard that cats can keep themselves clean, but maybe this one is one of those times that a little human help couldn't hurt. You head into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. You're definitely no expert, but you think the best way to get a cat clean would be carefully. You think careful is the way to go. Cats aren't always fond of water, so you'll doubt it'll be a fan of an excessive amount of it. So you pick up the cat and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. The cat is startled, but ultimately doesn't try to run away. Nice. Yay! It's happy. You lather your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half scrub, half massage, and after minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up into a blanket, drying it. Then you take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. Purr! The cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking out to you, but you don't mind. Huh? In fact, quite a lot of fur is sticking on you. You try to brush it away, but it won't come off. Guess you're up next for a bath yourself. What? You try to ignore the fur and finish with the cat quickly, but more hair keeps sticking on you. Your arms, your hands. Before you realize it, they're covered in fur that won't come off. It's thick enough that you try to yank it out, but ow! What? Pain lances through the spot you just tugged at. Upon closer inspection, you see that the hair is growing out of you. Ah! You can actually feel it now. Fur growing out of your back, your neck, your face, your eyes. Oh, your tongue. Oh, it's even growing inside your throat. Uh-oh, we're gonna suffocate. We're more than the cat. We're turning into hair. As you collapse and start to choke on the thickening fur in your esophagus, the cat leans up to lap at the fur growing on your forehead, grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier. You think it'd be sweet if you weren't currently losing air. Still, feels nice at least to be looked after and cared for in some way. What? Even if it's just for a little while longer. The cat's careful grooming is the last thing you feel before you're no longer able to breathe. We just died. Self-care buddies. That was fast. That was a 2-minute ending, by the way. Oh my god. We're going to finish it up here. But did you guys like that game? I had a lot of fun with it, honestly.